Hi there, my name is Michelle Schafel. I'm the implementation specialist here at News-O-Matic, and today I want to talk about creating your own custom units. So first, let me show you what this looks like. In your units, you will see a banner for your school. Now, if there are no custom units created yet, then you will not see this banner. But once a custom unit is created for your school, you can access all of the units that are specifically built out for your school here at the top of our unit section. So now let's talk about actually creating those custom units. If you have this button over here to the left, that means that you have the permission to create these custom units. Now, if you do not have this custom units button, this is something that can be added very easily. However, it's not something that we generally give access to everybody for. The reason that we do not do that is, well, once you create a custom unit, everyone within your school can see those units back here underneath your school units. And if everyone is creating their own custom units, then this just gets a little busy. So normally schools will limit this access to maybe a team lead or a curriculum specialist on campus. And that is a conversation that you can have with your administrator. It is a very easy switch on our back end, but something that definitely would not be hard to do, and we could definitely get that switch. Now, alternatively, you can also use our assignment feature to create your custom units. So just because you don't have a custom unit button does not mean that you can't use our assignment feature to function in the same way. And I'm definitely going to show you how. So first, let's check out those custom units. Now, as you can see here, I've put together just a few different units over time. Now, a few ways that other schools have used custom units. Maybe they create units that align to their scope and sequence. So they might have a unit for the first 6 weeks and whatever the theme might be for that. Or they might, create these. I had a school that I worked with that did an entire unit over the Titanic. So they pulled all of the articles over the Titanic and created a unit for that. So this can really be altered however you want it to be. You can go through our units to maybe get an idea of, what you want that to look like, or you're always free to reach out to me, and I would love to help you work through this. Now, this button over here, Create Unit, is going to look very similar to our assignment feature. So you would come in, you would give this a title. So say I wanted to do one over community helpers. I would give this a description. So maybe you want your objective statement. And also you want some essential questions. And then possibly you want to include an extended activity on here. Now, these are types of things that I would put into my description. And I do want to show you a quick little trick. If you want to bold out your words here, you can enter this. And now it will bold out objective. I'll show you what that looks like here in a moment. You will select your grade. So if you want this to be a unit for 3rd grade, go ahead and select 3rd grade. If you want this to be not to have a grade specific, then you'll go ahead and use those dashes. So let's say I want to build out a unit for 3rd grade. District, you'll select your district. Most of you probably won't have more than one district. Select your school that you want this to be assigned to. Select your topic. You could choose language arts. Maybe this is cross-curricular, so it's language arts and social studies. And then you'll come over here to find what it is specifically that you're looking for. This is a co-author spot where you can add another teammate to collaborate with you on this. And here I'm going to look for maybe articles over a teacher, since this is going to be a community helper unit. So you can use the keyword search, or you can also use that standard search down here. So social studies, grade 3, and then it's going to populate a list of those different standards. And here I could select an article. Well, this one does not align with community helpers, but just trying to help you along here. And then we could go ahead and hit done. Now, as you can see, here is the new unit that I created, and I need to go ahead and publish it so that it is active. Yes, I would like to publish it. After I've published it, I can check to see where my unit is and make sure it is active. If I go back to my school units, click on grade 3, and here I can see my unit that I just published. Now, say you're interested in taking it down. It is just as easy. Come in here and you can go to unpublish. And now it is taken out. Very easy to push those out and create your own custom units. Now, say you are a teacher who does not have access to custom units. If you go into our assignment feature, this works very much so like our custom unit feature. So here is a unit that I started. Let's take a look inside. Again, title, you'll select your reading level here. So this one's a little different. Your objective, you'll select your instructions. You'll select all the classes that you want to see it. And I like to leave the due date empty so that my kids don't feel like it's an assignment necessarily. You go ahead and pull in your articles just like you did previously. And here's where I would make those changes. Now, I would actually pull out these questions. And something that you need to note is there needs to be at least one multiple choice question in here. Now, it doesn't have to be this. We could change this. It could say, did you read this article? And then we could come in here. We could put yes or no. So it doesn't have to be a full-on answer or a full-on question. It can just be something very simple, but you do have to have at least one question in there. Since this is the assignment feature, it just functions a little bit differently. And again, you could go through here and do the same. So maybe this one, you leave it as an open-ended question and you want to say, let's see, what was your favorite part? What was your favorite article, maybe? And then don't forget that other article here. Maybe you ask them, what was your favorite part of your favorite article? Or of this article. Just because it is assigned to that particular article does not mean that it has to be about that. Again, because we're using this to function in a little bit of a different way because we want this to work like a unit. So you can definitely change this up, use it to your benefit. Maybe you just want them to, tell you the main idea of every article. Really just make it your own. And that's one of the things that I love about our assignment feature is it is fully customizable and really gives you the ability to do whatever you need with it. So I would go ahead, hit next. I wouldn't enter a writing prompt, again, because I don't want my kids to feel like this is an assignment that they need to submit. And honestly, you can tell your kids not to worry about any of the questions. That works as well. And let me show you what this would look like from the student side. So now you can see when I'm logged in as a student, I have my assignments over here, and here's my community helpers unit. So my students will see my articles and, they can start the assignment or they can just click into them. So this is a great way for you to go through and organize those articles. Maybe just, you want to make them more accessible, or again, you want to use this as a unit feature. Your students do not have to start that assignment. They don't have to answer those questions. This functions the same way as those custom units. They would just access it back here on their homepage under assignments versus units. So I hope this tips helps. And as always, if you have any questions, please let me know.